you spent 5 years in prison for failing to pay child support for the defendant, Ms. Sears' son, Dylan.
That's right.
Mr. Manser, you are not
Oh, God.
his father.
Oh, man. 5 years in prison. She should be convicted of some crime.
No, I should not. I didn't.
Mr.
That is
Manser.
fraud.
There's no way you're leaving. I don't know how you plan on escaping me, but you're not getting out. 5 years in prison. 5 years in prison for a child that's not mine. That's crazy. That's not even real life. And also, even if you didn't go to jail for 5 years, I'm taking care of a child that's not mine.
Women often talk about hormones influencing their emotions and behavior. Why are there some women who shame men for being horny when testosterone is a male hormone?
These interview questions seem super sexist, and I'm not going to continue that.
You know what? That's a good one, bro. And honestly, man, that's a good one. I never even thought about that, man. And honestly, I'm gonna actually use that. I don't have an answer for that one, but I'm gonna use that.
Well, why are men expected to accept female hormones, but women won't accept male hormones?
Because we are supposed to be the stronger vessel, so it's easy for us not to act on emotion, and when we act, I'm supposed to act on logics.
Wow. That's a really good question. That makes me so ignorant, but I've never once I've definitely been like, wow, what a horny man, but I've been like, oh, my period, I'm so mean. Okay, wow. Okay. That's a good question.
I like how the last girls really reflected and thought about the fact that it's a valid question and it truly is a hormone that men go through. It should be considered the same kind of feelings and emotions that erupt when this hormone just things, and it happens more often with men than it does with women. And that one doesn't take a break. Periods stop. After 1 week, it's kind of done. You're back to normal. The testosterone of a man, like, it really stays, and it can happen every single day, multiple times a day. It's so hard to control.
What made you cheat? What was the feeling that made you cheat?
Always cheat before they cheat. I was just bored.
Do you feel bad when you did it? Did you feel bad or no? Be honest.
No.
Have you ever cheated in a relationship?
Yes.
So why?
Because I can.
Because you can?
Yes.
You got the power?
Can. It's power, right?
What did you do? What happened?
I didn't know they were best friends until after it happened.
I think if I was in a polyamorous relationship with someone, for me personally, it would point to the fact that they aren't right for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also am jealous. Also, and that's also kind of the
I'm
truth
jealous.
of it.
I wouldn't be polyamorous.
I think I might just be insecure and I couldn't make it work for me. But I've seen lots of people who it does work for. So
Is it actually?
Yeah. I don't know the answer.
Are you sure?
The one couple I'm thinking about, no, it doesn't.
Please don't lie. You couldn't even name one. You couldn't even think of one happy polyamorous couple because there's no such thing. There's jealousy, there's uncomfortability, there's so many problems that's gonna arise in having a triplet, quadruple, quintuple type relationship. How is that possibly gonna end out okay? One is gonna get jealous that you sleep with this one more than you sleep with me, and then you do this with that, and is it worth it? Even if there are some that make it work, the exception is not the rule. There's no way you're gonna have 3 women to 2 men or 2 women, 1 man type thing, and it's gonna work.
Andrew Tate has said that you should treat women less equal?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah?
Like, if you have more money, that's how you're gonna get women. And women, by their body count, their value goes down, which is just like the most false in like news.
You don't agree with it at all?
No, I don't agree.
It's very easy for you guys to get laid.
You don't think it's easy for guys to get laid? Harder for men. I feel that if you...
On average, it is. Much harder.
I mean, I don't know if I believe that.
If you have a lot of attractive guy friends and you see them around and they get girls in this dancer, then you'll start to think, oh yeah, they get a bunch of guys. But ask them, how far does it really go? Because they get rejected a lot more than they would like to admit. It's not a fun thing to talk about, especially with another girl, but they will let you know. Ask them candidly. How many girls actually say yes to going on a date with you, going out with you, like hanging out with you, just a regular coffee thing? You will see it's not that common. They get rejected regularly, quite a lot.
You go on the first date with a guy, he shows up with flowers.
That's too much.
Yeah, way
Who said
too
that?
much.
Depends.
You said that?
I think if I'm going on a
Oh,
first
well,
date,
hold on. It's too much. See?
If I'm going on a first date with a guy and he's pulling up with flowers, I think he's trying too hard.
Exactly, but that's why all this like romantic shit, it's no longer appreciated en masse. Because as a guy, it's like 50-50. Either the girl appreciates it or honestly, more likely than not,
see,
she's gonna be like,
it's something. If a guy can show up and be himself, it shows. Like if he shows up with flowers, I'm wondering like, okay, is he trying to make up for something that he feels like he lacks?
But why do you think that? Why is that
I mean,
not just a kind gesture that somebody
I mean,
does?
it
That's
could
a
be
very
kind
classical gesture.
I think more so like
that's the norm these days,
too much.
though. Like that's the norm in terms of like romance. But in other countries, like I travel a lot and live in Europe quite a bit, and in those countries, women love that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'd be nice. I guess it's just more so. I mean, it depends on the context of if you've met them previously.
Someone buys you a bouquet of flowers, something that's literally gonna die in the next 12 hours. They just spent their hard-earned money on it, and they said, hey, hi, here's flowers because I like you and I want to show interest, but that's trying too hard. That's one of those people where they have so many options, or they've gone through so many people where it's just like, I don't want flowers, I want something more unique, more special, more this, more that. It's only gonna get worse, it's only gonna get harder, and it's only gonna get more difficult to be with this one. Anyone who's watching this, any guy who's watching this, and you're thinking about getting a girl flowers, a good woman will appreciate flowers.
Who is more easily bored in relationships, men or women?
Women.
If women are more easily bored, why are they more likely to want marriage and commitment?
Status.
If women are strong and independent and don't need no man, why does the pressure of marriage and commitment typically come from women?
They're liars.
Who has it harder in dating, men or women?
Women.
Women, 100%.
Women. No offense to you guys, but there are not that many quality men. I feel like there's more quality in women versus quality in men. Not a lot of guys, they don't have the standards or the expectations that women have when it comes to relationships.
There are a lot of quality men, they're just not in a certain tax bracket. And men understand that about women. That's why you can see a man who will take up a girl from McDonald's or take up a girl that he saw at like a Gucci show. Neither one is different to them because a good woman is a good woman. But for a woman, she'll see a good man, and if he's not in a certain tax bracket, it's like he can't be a good man anymore because he needs to be a good man and rich.
I think it stops. I think they're more into the money and they want like the glamorous stuff. No, like let's say you're making $60K a year, but the next guy making 100. Oh, she'll drop you like that for the next guy. Easy. I'm just saying.
That's horrible. No,
it's the truth.
No.
That's what I see.
Date well within your tier. I don't think that there's such thing as a girl being a gold tier. If you can't afford her, you can't afford her. That's basically it.
Most girls have gotten to a point where this, if you can't afford me, is just outrageous. It's egregious what you guys want for these men to pay for. No one in their regular day-to-day is going on trips to Miami every single month or buying a Louis bag every single month. What you see on Instagram with these other people is credit card debt. And now you're asking men to give you that same lifestyle, not knowing that what you're seeing online is a complete, utter lie.
My girlfriend, if you out with me, it's cool. Wear what you want. Like, if you're not with me, it's like, listen, who you trying to get when you dress like this now?
Oh no!
Oh no!
Watch that.
Don't do that.
Watch
Don't do that.
As a woman, I'm not just dressing for.
Who you dressing for?
I'm dressing for me.
Of course,
I'm dressing for me. And
that's
not just me. I am dressing for every person to look at me to admire me. For what I got.
Thank you. I hate when they go, I'm dressing this way for me. No,
it is for me too.
Okay, you too.
It's both.
You too.
Some people are just doing it
lies,
for themselves.
Lies. You know why? Because if that's the case, you'll watch them walk out in heels that hurt their feet. They doing that for them? No, they would rather be comfortable. But they're doing that for somebody else. Yes or no?
I can't speak for somebody
Come on, man, get out of here. Come on.
I've always said this. I've never seen a girl wear scantily clad clothing, go outside and have no one say any kind of compliment and be perfectly fine. Because you do that for a reaction. You do that for someone to tell you something, for someone to notice you, for the attention. That is the whole point of wearing a thong bikini. That is the whole point of wearing a completely sheer shirt. That is the whole point of going outside and wearing a barely there dress. It's just attention seeking.
Let him slip it. By accident.
I make too much money to let that shit happen.
How much money do you, how much money you make a year?
30,000 a year.
How much?
30,000 a year.
That is poverty line. You are broke and with so much confidence. That's what I'm not getting. Do you hear that? I make too much money and the too much money is 30,000. And then you call me the S word. That's not nice. Lack of manners, decorum. Ma'am, ooh, don't let me get into this.
How much money you make at the end of the year?
I make $14,000 a month.
I'm not impressed.
I didn't ask you for your price, but I told you how much I make a month.
Good for you.
How do you make that in a month?
I sell solar.
Solar?
Solar, yeah.
So you make 14 grand a month?
Yes.
14,000 a month. He said all he needed to say. I hope she learned her lesson. Because she is a broke girl. And he makes your whole salary in 2 months.
the thing. Women are the prize. That's what the people get fucked up.
Well, wait,
Women are the prize.
hold on. If high value men are rare, why wouldn't the high value man be the prize?
They're not the prize because what was there?
There's
prize
less of
to be
them
when
to
it
go
comes
around.
to the man?
They're more rare.
Yeah, where are they? I've been searching.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That would make them a prize. A diamond is a prize because it's rare.
No, the women are the prize because women, they got a pussy. You know what I mean? Pussy makes the world go around.
What? Your husband was wrongfully convicted. How long would you wait for him?
6 months max. And we've been together 15 years.
How long would you wait for her?
Forever. Don't lie. 5 what?
Good, dude. You should get back on Hinge immediately.
I got one thing for that lady. Be a better wife. We have to have a long talk about relationship, commitment, our vows. Because clearly, you ready to throw them out. Doesn't matter, I guess. They gonna have a long talk on the drive home.
Advice would you give to couples?
Anything that they do better is a plus for you. When you see their gifts as a competition, you're bound to fail. When we see young people, he did, she did, you did the dishes 3 times, I have to do the laundry. Everything is shared. And you are partners.
No one's keeping score.
Nobody keeps score. If I'm better at keeping the books, but he's better at fixing the house, I don't want to be the one fixing the house. That is a plus for you. You're not in competition with each other in your relationship. Anything that the one does better blesses the other one.
Been together 28 years.
Well, married 28 years. Together longer.